Crows. Yeah.
Oh, there's so many crows. What is this?
What are these crows doing here?
Are you alright, Elise? Elise? Is everything alright?
This can't be good. I'd best hurry. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Say, Elise. I've been wondering about that room upstairs.
Granny Holly's bedroom. What about it?
Wouldn't you like me to clean it as well?
There's no need. I don't go in there at all.
All the more reason to give it a good sweeping.
I haven't been there since she passed, you see.
Oh, I'm sorry, Elise. I didn't mean to.
That's alright. In fact, I don't even have the key anymore. I locked it up the day she passed, and I don't know where I put it.
I understand, Elise.
I wonder what happened to that key. Knowing myself, I may have thrown it off the peaks. Who knows? We're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna avoid all these crows! Pay attention to people with exclamation marks over their head. You can get soft locked into not having the touch. Ooh, that would be bad. Ooh, hello. What's this? What is it? I got an acorn! I don't remember what she wants.
What in the Lord's name?
What's all this?
I don't think I've ever seen so many crows at once.
Come, Rosemarine. You must find out what's going on. Okay, that works. Something I'd say is wondering about. Something I'd say is worth wondering about, Rosemarine. How Flock lost his eye? Wouldn't you say?
Oh, I've always wondered about that. I suppose he must have gotten injured, or it could have been a branch, or he might have fallen, perhaps.
It doesn't seem like he's in pain, at least.
Oh, how I wish I could talk to him. I have so many questions.
Such as?
Why he followed me, firstly.
Your hat's made of hay. That may be my best guess.
Oh, and I'd ask him his name, too.
Isn't it Flock?
I was the one who thought of that. It's not really his name.
He's a goat, Rosemarine.
Why? But he still has his own character, Elise.
We're done wondering about useless things, Rosemarine.
Oh, but it's so much fun, isn't it?
Out of here! Get out of my lawn! Get off my lawn! Go ahead and keep saving and making people mad when I oversave over the save slot. I know there are people that get really angry at me saving over the save slot, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I promise it's fine.
I'll take good care of you, Father. There's nothing to see here, Elise. You'd best head back to town.
Why are all of the men up here while the women are scraping poop off the floor and roofs? Isn't that y'all's job, y'all strong men who like to say that women belong in kitchens?
You weren't the first... you were the one who first saw these crows, weren't you, Elise?
It's not as though you folks believed me when it mattered.
I've said it last night, and I'll say it again. You're hiding. It matters not, old Yokin.
Exactly. Shut the fuck up, you old coot.
We must focus on the matter at hand. We all had our fill of trouble last night, didn't we? We don't need any more yelling, that's for certain. Now, they didn't steal that much grain, folks.
You know,
how much did they steal, Mr. Gustav?
About a sack in total. We got here in time to prevent the worst. The darn birds were building a nest in the oven. We ought to give it a good scrubbing later. It doesn't seem like they're keen on attacking us, at least. We locked it up and trusted Eugene here with the key for now. I appreciate the trust. Of course, especially after yesterday's goings on.
Because he was stolen from, or because he has no horses to steal the grain with.
Who's to stand guard here, then? Before we get into that, Bernard, there's something I'd like to say. We're all well aware of what happened last night, however. We ought to stick together, folks. Now more than ever. You heard the man. Hefferberg is what we make of it. Don't forget that. I ought to head back to church. Is Aspel feeling better, Father? Apfel. That's what I'm looking into for you. You'd best go with, Elise. Lepkuhin will fill you in, I'm certain.
Will do, Mr. Gustav.
Indeed. Fucking old Jochen is just like, back in my day, we always thought women were just no good witches, and we burned them at the stake before they had the chance to defend themselves.
I was wondering, Elise. Mr. Bernhardt said the crows were trying to make a nest in the oven. I suppose it's a cozy little nook. I don't see why that's so. So there's an oven in the windmill, right? There's always been an oven in the windmill, Rosemary. What's your... Oh, the tender flesh, Elise. Wouldn't this be a good way to prepare it? Making bread out of it, you say? Maybe you could ask about town if they let you in.
Now that you mention it...
That's rather risky, Rosemarine. I suppose, but... I can't think of any other way either. Not if I want to find him. It's worth a try, I'd say. Alright, I'll see what I can find out.
Fair enough. W says if my uncle was killed by a crow, it shot him 6 times. You know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that a crow came in with his moida and moided your uncle. Hello, gentlemen. I'd say they snuck into the roof, Gustav.
When did you realize the crows were in the windmill, Mr. Ludwig?
Heinrich came about to collect some flour this morning. He was the one who gave the alert.
So you've locked it up, have you?
We must keep those birds out at least, or they'll take all our grain. I don't know why. I see Gustav being voiced by Patrick Sight. I don't know. Is that just me? It's probably just me. You can draw them away.
Maybe if you scattered some grain elsewhere, Mr. Gustav? Then the windmill could still be available and...
We've thought about that, at least. Nobody was in favor of wasting any more grain, lass.
Ah, I see.
We ought to keep a close eye on the windmills. You could have a word with Eugen, perhaps.
No, of course.
Okay, so...
Ooh, hello. Hello. What is this?
I got a toy horse! Look at that, I got a toy horse. I gotta make that bread. We gotta make that bread eventually, because apparently the bread is the thing we need for the offering. Oh, hello. Hello. Hello, gentlemen. Better days to come, lad. When I'm settled in Primaldorf, God willing. Don't make hasty decisions, Eugen. What is it, Elise? How do I approach this conversation?
With the key to the windmill, even.
Lass is right, Eugen. It's a shame for you to leave. Nothing I can do about that, folks. There's nothing left for me here in Kefferberg, you see.
Still, I think everyone would miss you, Mr. Eugen.
Please reconsider. No, I've made up my mind. But I do appreciate it. Even this key. I will only be holding on to it until the evening.
Until the evening, Mr. Eugen?
It's too much responsibility, Lance. I'm not too comfortable with it in my pocket, I must admit.
Why not hand it over to someone else, then? I could take it to Mr. Gustav if you like.
That's alright, Lance. There's no better place than Kefferberg, lad. Please, Mr. Wilhelm, even I know better than that. Then again, you're an old man who probably got catered to his entire life, so who knows? Bias. I think there's a little bit of bias there.
Ah, it's nice to see you, Elise. You've heard about Aphel, I assume. No, I haven't. Aphel was very ill last night, Elise. He had a very high fever. He was delirious.
Oh, the poor lad. I can't bear to look at his tiny little hands.
What about them, Mrs. Dorothea?
It's best you hear from me, Elise, so you get the real story.
You've been up all night, Lisbeth. We can tell her.
Aphel is fine now, as you can see, but last night, I was awoken by him moaning, speaking nonsense.
His fever was
boiling him alive, and
We called for Father Hans and brought him to church, but...
Aphel had never been so ill, I thought I'd lose him. He wasn't all there, either. Kept mumbling to himself, and I don't know how, but his hands are injured. It's horrifying. So bloody. As if they were pecked at by something. I can't explain it. Please collect yourself, Miss Lisbeth.
That's all right, Miss Lisbeth. Take deep breaths.
At
first I thought he'd caught the goat's sickness somehow. It doesn't explain his hands or what happened to my goats. Oh, this is my disgrace. It's all right, Mrs. Lisbeth. We're all here for you. It's all right.
You know,
What about the goats? It must have happened while we were all praying for Apfel in church. When Miss Elizabeth went to fetch him dry clothes, she happened upon 2 of her goats lying on the ground. They bled to death. Their tongues had been ripped out, and their heads were severed too.
You can rest assured we'll help you, Miss Elizabeth. I shall arrange for a doctor to come as soon as possible.
What am I to do with one sick goat, Father?
We'll make certain you and the children don't go without, Mrs. Lisbeth.
You're welcome to have supper with Finn and I anytime, Lisbeth. Thank you, but I don't have strength, Dorothy. Miss Dorothea will look after Apfel, Mrs. Lisbeth. You'd best go home and rest for the day. Of course, Father. Thank you.
Come, I'll walk with you and Apfel home.
I'm sorry,
This is awful, Elise. I had to pay them a visit later. Okay. I guess that's the next story beat, to pay them a visit.
That's that morning. We have spent that morning chasing off moitas and talking about a sick boy.
My goodness, that is dark.
Witchcraft really is haunting Keverberg.
It's one thing after another, isn't it? But first things first. I gotta figure out how I'm going to get my hands on that key. Well, if Yugen's only gonna have it until the afternoon, then it's just kind of like, meh. All right, I have to meet Rosemarine by the viewpoint.
We're gonna spend some time with our romantic interest of the route.
Look!
Oh,
For goodness sake!
you and that goat of yours, Rosemarine.
Oh, Elise!
There's no need to be jealous.
Rosemarine!
I'm not jealous of a goat, you... Isn't she, Flock? I'm gonna kick this goat off the fucking cliff. You're just gonna see a flying goat and be like, bah. How would you like to sleep with him out in the granary, Rosemarine? I'd have Flock to hold close. I wouldn't be cold at all. Oh my god. I'm gonna yeet this goat off the cliff.
For goodness sake!
Why, you? Flock, don't get so close to the edge. You be careful too, Rosemarine. You can see everything from here, can't you? I suppose.
Are you alright, Elise?
Something's on your mind, Elise. I can tell. Can't even be left to brood in peace, can I? You're going through some changes, that's all. Some changes, you say. Your path will become clearer and clearer, you'll see. Aren't you a little too cheery?
For goodness sake!
It almost feels like you're mocking me, Rosemarine. Come now, Elise. Give me your hands.
Rosemarine!
What are you... Let's dance, Elise! Oh my god! I failed and I missed this. I hate my life. Oh my god, that's so sweet. Oh, that's so cute. You're going too fast, Rosemarine. We're approaching the full moon, Elise. You know what that means? How could I know such a thing? It's time to celebrate new beginnings. Our new beginning together.
For goodness
What
sake!
new beginning, Rosemarine? You're not making sense. You're following your dreams, Release. The fulfillment of my purpose, too. Everything's coming together just the way the stars told me it would.
Rosemarine!
Jesus. You can tell Elise is actually happy about this little dance. That's so sweet. We had to celebrate our good fortune, Elise.
Wait!
Rosemarine, you're spinning too fast.
Are you alright, Elise?
I don't think I think she's dizzy.
For goodness sake!
Fair point.
I'm sorry.
I didn't think. I used to dance with Granny like this every month, and You swung your granny around like this? What?
Of course.
Every month. Oh my god. You're
truly. Whether you believe me or not, Elise, let me put it this way. You see that castle in the distance, don't you?
Yeah, the big one, that's the big, like, center point of this whole thing.
Yes? It may seem far away from where you stand now, but the stars are even further away. Yet they still guided me to you, didn't they?
Rose and Marine.
Oh. Are there any other places with pretty views in Kefferberg? I suppose the windmill's not bad. Will you meet me there tomorrow afternoon then?
I see.
A new beginning together, she says.
I'm sorry.
Please? I'll be there, Rosemarine. We best head back now.
Yes.
Alright. There we go. There's the heartbeats. Okay, cool. Great. Fantastic. Wonderful. Wonderful. It's such a total whiplash, right? For real. It's just like this cute lovey-dovey. And then we remember there's a witching hour. There's a witching hour later. Afternoon. Afternoon time. You.
Muffy.
It's you.
For goodness sake.
That's enough. I'm not giving you one more crumb.
Oh.
You promised me some Upcahen!
I promised you nothing, Mercy.
Folks already think it's strange, Elise. And you knew about the crows since yesterday.
I literally pointed them out and no one believed me. What? You expect me to like, oh, I pointed out the crows and that's the weird part. That's the weird part that the crows are here?
Is that so?
You know what?
Why don't you go ahead? Who's gonna believe a scrawny little squealer like you anyhow?
All your kin does, Elise. Mrs. Otley does too.
Oh, do they? What were you telling them then?
That I saw you talking to those crows yesterday. There was a golden one too, wasn't there?
Muffy.
Why, you?
Following you about town is truly so fun.
I'm gonna kick you in the teeth. I'm gonna break your legs so that all you can do is just lay in bed. You ain't gonna find shit when you're broken laying in bed. Just saying. Oh my god. Is Leaf getting Muffy's name wrong on purpose? Yes. Everyone gets Muffy's name wrong on purpose because Muffy is literally a tattletale. All she does is stalk people and tattletale for no fucking reason. Other than to get food, even though her aunt feeds her. Like, her aunt feeds her all this food and makes sure that she's safe, and yet she goes around begging for food and using it as blackmail for everyone. That's why everyone misnames her. Even her own aunt.
I just know you have the Lebkuchen you promised me tucked away somewhere.
Yeah, I do, you little... Get out of my face! Get out of my face.
All right.
You keep your mouth shut, you hear? I don't want to add any more of these to these folks' imaginations.
What? But you're not imagining anything.
I'm gonna kick you in your teeth.
Oh, shush it.
Shut it, Muddy! Not one more word about this.
I'll keep quiet, but I was wondering.
I gave you what you wanted, so go away.
All right, but why don't you bring me some hearty soup tomorrow?
Out with it.
Off with you, Mandy! Great.
I suppose I'll be safer today.
Are you the one to eat a lot of eggs, Elise?
What else is there to eat in this town anyhow?
Oh, you have enough for a hog or two, I'm certain.
Huh.
Anyhow, why don't you fetch me a few eggs for supper?
Sure.
Let's have you pitch in for that hog. What do you say?
You bring me the entire coop, I will.
So, Jesus. No, I'm good. I do not need her help. How did I win, you feathered rat? No, fuck Kiss the Rat. I'm not gonna ever do Kiss the Rat.
Alright, you did well, Elise. Here you go for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wilhelm.
Think of me when you get that hog, you hear?
Is he mocking me or...
Rude. Alright, this is evening time. I'm sorry, if she was stalking me, I'd absolutely break her legs. You don't get to stalk me freely. I get to break your legs. Ah, there you are.
How can I help you, Mrs. Alma?
I was wondering if you could fetch me some apples, Elise. If the crows haven't eaten them all, that is. Ah, sure. Yeah, that's fine. I doubt they did, if I'm honest. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. It's like these folks want bad things to happen, huh? No. How many apples do these folks need anyhow? Look at that. Oh, you didn't have to bring me so many. Although I am not complaining. Not as do it again.
I did my best, I suppose.
And it shows at least. Here you go.
Thank you for the money. Thank you, Mrs. Elma.
My goodness. 106. I was 9 off. Jesus Christ. I was 9 off. Oh my god. If it wasn't for those 2 bad apples that I caught, and maybe I could have gotten 7 more on top of it. Who knows? Alright. What? Wait, Elise.
What?
There you are, lassie. Huh? We need to have a word with you, Elise.
A word with me, you say?
Your cousin's been going about town spreading nonsense, Elise.
Such as?
Why, saying the crows are nothing to fret about, for instance.
She's a kind soul. She isn't afraid of any animals, on the contrary.
I see how that might be true, Elise, but still. We are to be wary of such things, not make little of them.
I understand, Miss Elma.
That's not all, lass. She's been asking about Apfel's fever, you see.
Everyone's worried about Apfel. Why wouldn't she be?
Why, that's a fair point, Elise.
I don't think there's any point in making too much of things, Miss Elma. This is dangerous.
How to make certain... No, she's fine. You're fine. Deal with it. It's fine. Just deal with it. Okay, suspicion's fine. Okay, just deal with it. It's fine. Relax. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna kick you in your teeth. You, Lepkuhead. Hi, you have bread for me?
I know, Elise. I haven't said anything yet, have I?
Ooh, Eclair sounds really good. You give it...
You don't have to, Elise. What am I to do with you, Lepkuhen? At least tell me you'll get a good night's sleep tonight. If nobody else breaks into fever, I might. Here's your bread, Elise.
Thank you for the bread.
What's on your mind, Lepkuhen? Things that would upset you, Elise. I'm not certain you trust me at all. I trust you enough not to ask you about it. You keep coming back to this, Lep. If there's... I meant it, Elise. You don't have to tell me. Whatever it is you can't tell me, I won't pry. You trust me that much, huh? Even if you were truly the witch. Lepkuhen! I mean it, Elise. I trust you'll tell me. In time. Whenever you're ready. You're truly... tired? For someone who's so attentive to others, Lepkuhen, you're not... I'll see you about town tomorrow. For goodness sake, you're so stubborn! Oh, hello. Hi. Another one, I see. Huh? Say, what is it you're meeting him for? I don't think that's any of your business. Let me tell you something then. Forsake all you think you know about yourself. What do you mean? There's no amount of determination that can save you from him. Once you're in those woods, once you go through that door, what? You'll be left with nothing but harrowing regret. Why are you telling me all this?
Probably to warn you? I got an apple strudel! And we're moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up. We love the wild in the sky. Elise! Hi. Elise, come quick!
What's the matter, Jacob?
It's Apfel! He's gone missing! What? Oh, please come quick, Elise. Okay. We now have a missing boy on our hands. We must go and look for him. That's right, we can't sit about waiting forever.
You know...
What's going on here? Apfel's gone missing, Elise. Hopefully the little lads will find him on their patrol. They will happen upon him, I'm certain. I don't know he's missing, Father. By the time they're back, my poor boy could have... Mama! You all need to remain calm. Calm, Father. My boy is missing. Lord knows he's all right, let alone if the worst has happened. We all knew those crows were an omen.
Out with it!
Not this again, you old wretch!
Ought to have taken the lads of the witch. What a horrible thing to say, old Jokin.
You old geezer!
You truly have no decency, you!
That's enough!
We cannot give in to hysteria, brethren!
Oh, to think the lads went out in search of crows.
The crows were a threat last!
Oh, that's it. I'm going to look for him myself.
Anyway,
I'll go. Let me be the one to go, Miss Elizabeth.
It's best if we wait for the lads. I can't allow...
Oh, will you really, Elise? Now there's a brave lass.
Oh, but Father Hans is right. It's dangerous. Leave it to me, Mrs. Elizabeth.
Oh, Elise.
I do not condone your disobedience, Elise.
I do. I need you to go, Elise, for Angelica's sake as well. Truly, the poor lass can't be without a mother.
We can lend a hand with whatever you need, Elise.
You'd best make certain you have enough food and matches, dear.
I'll be here, Elise. Let me know when you're leaving. Oh my god. Alright. So we're gonna go look for a little boy tonight. I wonder if that's gonna be part of the witching hour. I truly think it might be part of the witching hour. Alright. Hold on. Save. Alright. So, I'm assuming he went to the forest area. I'm gonna make that gigantic fucking us up. Oh, Elise, maybe it's best one of us goes with you.
I'll be fine, Mrs. Mechtild. You can always change your mind, Elise. Nepkin's right, Elise.
Who's to go if I don't, Freya?
Well, that's...
It's a good thing you volunteered, Elise. You're capable, lass. I'm sure you'll find him.
Thank you, Mrs. Ariane.
I'm wondering how we didn't notice. It's no use blaming ourselves now, Mrs. Mechtild. The children told Miss Dorothea they lost sight of Apfel. Sometime before nightfall, it seems.
Apfel was feeling alright. It may be that...
What, Freya?
Perhaps he felt ill and didn't want anyone to fret.
Oh, don't say such a thing!
Apfel couldn't have wandered off too far anyhow. It'll be fine.
Apfel got lost somewhere. I'm certain that's all that there is to it. May the Lord be with you, Elise. Fair enough. Alright. Let's go find a little boy. My feelings are the little boy is in the deep dark forests. Because the forests are dangerous at night. That's where little boys often head up to in these horror games. I can't move. There you go. Alright. Let's do this. Alright. Find your way to the woods. Yep, figured. We're going to the woods. Let's go. One of Joachim goes missing to the witching hour and no one bats an eye. I would not bat an eye if you got lost in the goddamn woods. Alright. Out of my way, you moitas. Out of my way, you moitas. How do I get there? Come on. Hello. Ooh. Acorn!